I feel we are broken the ceiling. I feel we are broken the ceiling. Initially, I thought that the physical science is the hardest thing. Chemistry, biology, physics, or engineering, medicine. Business is the hardest thing. You are designing a product for somebody, and this person will buy that product. And there are other choices in the market. But before you develop a prototype product that you can take to the market, it is rough and painful. Once NetFund had recruited us into the incubation, we were told we are not sure whether if we invest money here, people will buy it or not. So we want you to produce 2,000 liters and get 600 stoves so that we can go and do what is called market acceptability social experiment. How do you start? They saw me producing using glass apparatus, a Liebig condenser. How many days do you need to collect 1 liter? So I was like, now things can't work. I'm leaving this thing altogether. I walked everywhere, Kisumu, Mombasa, Nairobi, looking for a micro distillery. It's not there. We had to design a distillery. I had two choices. If the designed one would not work, then my mother was brewing chang'aa. So I was going to go to the pots, the designs of the pots that she was using when I was young. So I said, I will not fail. So when we designed the micro distillery, it worked, but it would only give us around 60% of ethanol. So we had to do double, triple distillation. We struggled with it. And we got the ethanol. We didn't get 2,000 liters, we got 800 liters. I told them this is the maximum I can get. Now, another obstacle that I found was at some point, after 2-3 years, things didn't work a lot with my landlord. Ken, at that point, I closed the business. Closing means I surrendered. Then 3 months later, I say, no, I can't leave this thing like this because there are several partners are engaged. They wanted to come and see. So it was not making a lot of sense to me. That is when I reopened another one. The first one died. It was closed. Mzee is my friend, but I left everything, all the investment and energy, equipment. I left them there. They are still there. We have not even talked what will we do with them. We just meet with my friend. So I started afresh here in Kisumu. So from zero. So at that point, that was a very big turning point at me. Then after doing all these things, investing all this energy, money and time, COVID-19 comes, nobody is willing to buy ethanol fuel. So we have just to close. Just 1 year after opening, COVID-19 comes. So by that time, we pivoted very fast. We said ethanol is used for making anti-sanitizers. Let's now stop producing technical ethanol. Let's now concentrate on food-grade ethanol for sanitizers. So we turned a problem into opportunity. And there we made some good sales. We quickly turned the problem into opportunity, and that is where we got now revenues that really pushed us to where we are.
And then just a small amount of ethanol was good.
Good money. Our bioethanol fuel, we were selling at 100 shillings per liter. But for sanitizer, you remember that small package was 100. So you can see now, it over tripled the cost of our product. So we made some good revenues during that crisis.
Tell us something about your idea on using water hyacinth. How did you conceive that idea and why water hyacinth?
During my undergraduate studies, there is a course I did alone, aquatic ecology. I was the only student.
Which university?
Maseno University. Yeah. So my lecturer, Dr. Bila, was doing some research with the cichlids, the fulu. So we'd go and take samples in the lake. When we go there, we'd come back with water hyacinth. I would find some water hyacinth rotting and the smell of ethanol, something like a busaa. And remember, my mother was brewing ethanol for us to get fit to go to school and get food. Then I said, now, this can be a good raw material for ethanol. Then I did biochemistry, so I can I understand all those things, storage organs and what they store and all that. So it is my background in chemistry and biology that really propelled thinking about the ethanol. So I thought about it, took a few students that let's try this. Then we got some drops of ethanol at high school during the science congress. So it is that what brought the idea. Then when you connect it with the net fund thing, now you can see how it developed all the way.
Do you feel you've broken the ceiling, or you are still in the process of breaking the ceiling?
I feel we have broken the ceiling. I feel we have broken the ceiling. How? One, production of ethanol, you can produce it from 3 types of crops. The common one, which is still in the market now, is from sugar crops. That's where we have sugarcane, that's where we have molasses. But the problem is that molasses is too scarce. It has several competing uses. So the price of molasses is very high. That means the final cost of the product is going to be high. So at East Africa, we use a complex form of carbohydrates, the cellulose, and we break it down to glucose. Then fermentation can now take place, we get sugar. A lot of research is going on with several raw materials, but we are the first one to break that heaven so that we can produce ethanol from cellulose materials. And we measure mainly on waste. We started this business from idea. And now we are in the market. We have the customers, we are making sales, we are generating revenues.
Recently, I saw you doing some tests because I don't understand chemistry, doing some tests on sugar beet. Is it what you're talking about?
So we partnered with the organization, Agriculture and Food Authority, the Sugar Directorate, and we piloted the use of tropical sugar beet for bioethanol fuel production, which was very successful. So right now we are just going to scale up this one to the farmers. We are going to recruit farmers in Bungoma, Kakamega, Kisumu, Siaya, Homa Bay, and Migori counties, and we'll give them the input so that they can grow tropical sugar beet as alternative to sugarcane for bioethanol fuel production. So what we were doing, we were just looking for researching on alternative raw materials so that we have a sustainable raw material for increased production. The products that we produce, the bioethanol fuel is a clean energy. First, it is clean. It does not produce soot or particulate matter. It is affordable for the households because we target just the bottom of the pyramid, people living in informal settlements, people living in the refugee camps, those who cannot afford the clean energy that exists. And it also cooks fast, like it will boil 1 liter of water in just 3 minutes.
What's your vision?
My main vision is to upscale the production. We are doing 1,500 liters per day, and we want to scale to 60,000 liters per day in the next 5 years. We are also diversifying the market. Right now we sell in Kisumu, informal settlements in Kisumu, but we are mapping out another market in Kakuma refugee camp, has a population of more than 300 households, but they rely mainly on firewood. Apart from diversifying the market, we also want to get into other byproducts. Like in the production of bioethanol, there is a lot of waste accumulation. This waste accumulation, whatever we call waste, these are raw materials for producing other products. So we want focus to diversify the byproducts that we can get from this waste, electricity cogeneration and other things.
As you are upscaling, do you feel, as you are as a company, are you self-sufficient, or do you feel you still need investors?
As we are in our scales, we run through our revenues, but now to scale up, we need investors. We need money to expand into production capacity and buy this equipment. So currently we are profitable, and now we think the value for our business now can invite the investment. So we are looking for investors who can invest in our business so that we can scale up the production. What I wanted to say or share with the general public is that sometimes we want to be so rigid in our life that me, I'm an engineer, and your luck is not engineering, you just chose it as a course. So let us be open, because where your luck is, where your potential lies, you may not know. So just try to figure out what best can you do, leave alone what did you study at high school. And those who are in the manufacturing field, it is a very technical field, but very lucrative. I would advise that when you are starting a manufacturing business, sell what you produce. Don't wait for perfection, that you want a perfect product. Sell it the way it is, you will get recommendations and improve it as you move it. As you move on, it will become a perfect product for the market. Otherwise, for those people in employment, sometimes people fear taking the risk and they become comfortable with the salary. Ken, I want to tell you, it is difficult to live on a salary because you get money once in 30 days and you want to spend it for 30 days. Nothing coming in and you spend every day. So I would advise that if you are employing them, just take your work seriously, attend to what you are doing, but create time. You have a lot of time. Create time and do something extra that can also boost your life.
Thank you so much. And those are very, very amazing insights there by Richard Arwa, a teacher by profession. And I said earlier, he's a former colleague. And that is it for today on breaking the ceiling. We've really broken the ceiling here, listening to that story and hearing those moments when Mr. Arua was breaking those ceilings. It was such an amazing story there. That is it for today. My name is MWALIMU Ken Odhiambo.